Um, sometimes it's quite nice if there's just the one person because then I can actually talk about your situation. And I don't mind because there's been a lot of interest in the new properties. Just put my mic on. So can you hear me all right?
I can.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. So how long have you had the Xenia platform?
The new Zenler.
Yeah.
I just switched to it in August, so I'm still pretty new with it.
Is it a standalone? I don't know. I think my team have done two or three projects in there. So, I mean, basically, we advocate for Go High Level. One, because it's the most comprehensive. Two, because it's the most economical. Three, because you'll never outgrow it. Four, because they're extremely customer centric. So, if 20 people say we'd love this feature, they develop it. And in this coming new year, their primary focus is UX and UI, so user experience and user interface. So they're going to make it a lot more user friendly for the average person who, see, Go High Level gets promoted to agencies like myself instead of to the end user, whereas MailerLite, SendGrid, all of these get promoted to people like yourself, right?
Right.
You
And
specialize.
I don't want to waste your time. I have tried high level on two different occasions. I've had people take enormous amounts of time to walk me through it. And at this point, the way that I can't do it. So if you can help me use my current platform, I would love to stay and hear and learn. But if the only way I can do this is with Go High Level, I know that's not a fit for me at this
No,
time.
no. So the thing is, like I said to a lot of people, if they've really heavily invested in another platform, or they've made a decision and they've tried high level and it's not for them, we will build in your own platform. So most of the guys are they're quite advanced. Well, depending on the project, right? So if there's a lot of coding and things needed to get custom templates and stuff, most of them can do the basic CSS coding. And then I've got a few, I'm bearing in mind I've been through 21 funnel developers, right? So,
Right.
so my agency exists because of people who don't do service providers that don't provide good service and no ongoing support, right? So I went out there, this all happened in 2020 when I had one person after the other that had got real poor quality stuff done or a dump and run. Yeah. So like no website logins, can't make changes, these kinds of things, or lock them out of the various things. We don't do that, right? So you're able to choose your own hosting, move your website around, do whatever you want with it once you've worked with us. Same with your funnels. So um, that's cool, Heather. I'll just keep going, and then you'll have the replay. Um, so what I'm gonna are you familiar with the Genius tools? Um,
I
Genius.
am not. So I saw something about that in your email and I
Okay.
didn't there wasn't a link for me to go check it out.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I think there was a link, or maybe it didn't copy. So I thought what I'd do is I'd start off with how do you get the message out? What are easy ways? Because it's all fair and well to create yourself this amazing funnel ecosystem and this fabulous lead magnets, and I've got a bunch of templates I can give you. Um,
Perfect.
but then you've got to promote it, right? You have to
Right.
promote it. So there are key things that have to be done on a sales page, and it doesn't matter if it's high level, it doesn't matter what platform it is. There are principles that need to be applied that are the same. So I can show you the different things in high level, and I've also got some other templates that we might be able to use in your systems. That's the major benefit of being a sub account under my agency, is that I've got access to additional templates. Yeah.
Right.
That cover websites, sales pages, emails, it covers the whole spectrum. And what I normally do is I have a chat with you, find out about your business, and then I manually put those templates into your platform. But so what I'll do is share my screen. Mine is
Perfect.
my internet hasn't been the greatest today either. I don't know why, but bear with me. Are you on a holiday in Mexico?
No, I ran away from the US.
Oh, okay. I see. I don't blame you, really. Let's have a look.
It's a little unstable.
Whenever it's around elections, it's madness. I don't know how you guys cope with all that nonsense. Crazy.
It's I get massive anxiety every time, and so I didn't plan it like this, but I'm glad that I'm here because this election damn sure would give me anxiety.
Okay. So yeah, so this is what I'm talking about, Heather. So there's all these different templates that and some of them are a lot of them are lead magnets. And the nice thing with them is it's a simple click that link, it installs directly into high level and your SEO, everything's done, right? So that's the benefit of this, is that it saves time. So that's but like I said, we can try we can grab code and things like that. We might be able to. So, once we finish, we can talk about how we can get access just to have a look, or I'll create an account or something and see. Maybe just share the link with me because there's a few different of a similar name. So when I Googled it on my
Sure.
phone. Um, so let's have a look. 1 second. So this is the link that I shared previously. It's called the Dream Stack. Yeah, this one here. So if you go, there should be this link is in the presentation. So don't worry, you'll have it.
Okay.
And I think if you go here, I'll copy that and put it in the chat. There's a YouTube demo. So I've done a demo to show you how it works, but I'm going to give you a one-on-one demo now. So
Perfect.
so out of the list of about 15 or 16, they're all Chrome extensions here.
Okay.
And they all do slightly different things. And generally speaking, they're 97 each per month. And for instance, like the CRM one has a database behind it. So you've got all of your history there as a backup if ever there's a problem. In other words, who you've messaged, what label they are, that kind of carry on.
Nice.
I use this one here because Go High Level can't post the groups anymore because of that whole API thing. And so I use this one here, but it also posts to other groups. So any group, right?
Oh,
So you're going to go to Facebook link settings and you're just going to grab the URL. Yeah. Nothing special. You're just going to grab that URL. And then you can also integrate your ChatGPT settings if you're wanting to use AI in here, and you can actually put your ChatGPT custom instructions in here as well. And that will remember every time you use AI. So what I usually do is I'll go to high level. I think this tab here. So high level currently posts to, I'll just show you my method. You can probably use a Word doc or something like that. 7 platforms
quick
now.
question.
Mm.
Quick question. I thought Facebook made it impossible for third-party apps to post to anything anymore. And you're saying that you can actually post not only to your profile but to groups?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. Yeah.
oh my God, it's amazing.
Your personal profile plus groups, and you don't have to have professional mode, just the URL. So when you're on desktop and you click to a group and then you just click the group URL and you just copy that. And it will
Brilliant.
post so you can post, say you've got permission to post to 50 groups, you can do that in one hit.
Wow.
And that includes the first comment. So that makes it
What?
really, yeah. Yeah, the first
And is
comment.
that go high level, or is this is a different thing than go high level?
This is a different thing to go high level. So
Okay.
I go high level have made it possible. So the platform you're using, can it post to social media?
Um, I if it can, I haven't looked at that feature. I'm using it for it's a course platform as well as a scheduler as well as I'm sorry, I'm tired, so my brain is not working.
No.
Um, course platform, email marketing, landing pages, website, all that kind of stuff.
What does that cost you? I'm just trying. I'm just
67
60.
$67 a month
Okay.
US.
So what high level has allowed us to do, it's sort of they announced about 4 or 5 weeks ago that we can pick and choose a different so I can set you up an account only with this social media posting, right?
Mhm.
So you could say, well, I'm going to use my current platform for all my other stuff, but for my social media, I want to use a high level. So if you have a look, it can post to YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok, and then your multiple
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn pages, Instagram, Facebook. But you
Does it
see,
hurt your reach to use a third? I know it used to back in the day. If you use, because I've been at this for a long time. If you use a third party scheduler, they suppress the reach of your post.
I haven't found any difference, honestly, not with Go High Level.
Nice.
Hootsuite and those I know because they used to use APIs, see? That's why a lot of them, because Facebook banned the API. So the API was no longer open. It's a closed API now. So you'd have to get that code directly from uh, from them. Otherwise, from Facebook, and you're not going to get that, right?
Yeah.
Um, so, and you can see here also Google Business Profile. So you can go here and you can create an event, an offer, a call to action, and then you can, it can be book, order, shop, blah, 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 whatever you want. You can do reels and you can do stories
That's
uh,
amazing.
across the lot. And it'll give you, you see how it's giving separate previews? It'll give you
Mhm.
separate previews of everything.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so once I've loaded an image, and this is another benefit of Go High Level, it's got an unlimited media library, right? And so that means it can um, it can hold all your files, and it honestly, I haven't met a file type that can't. It can do Photoshop, all that, and it also has what we call native video, right? So native video, when you creating your landing pages or your sales pages, lead magnet pages, whatever it is, it actually uploads the video in here, it encodes it, and so, which means it when we put it, drag it, when we select it to go onto a sales page, it actually embeds it and doesn't rely on the streaming from YouTube and Vimeo
Okay.
and those kinds of things. So it looks a lot more professional, and you can
Sure.
control the play buttons and whether you want the because the way it's preset, if someone goes on and say you've got a VSL or a demo video or something, and they don't watch it and they scroll down, it'll play in the bottom right hand corner automatically. They can close it, but it will automatically play. That just makes so they can hear you at least whilst
Okay.
they're scrolling. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the other benefit. And then of course it's got backgrounds, for whatever you want to use it for. And then it's got two, uh, it's got Unsplash and it's got Pixabay, where you can actually go in and you can use all of these images royalty free, based on a keyword here. So that's another big benefit. You can also, I'll just go back there. So, but see, you can do an image, or you can create using AI. So the whole way through high level, you got access to AI with your current platform?
I don't know. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe not. I've been using outside AI.
Okay. No, that's fine. So with high level, AI is native. So you don't have to use an API. And then you see you can create folders and you can do all kinds of cool stuff. This just means you don't have to use Google Drive because you can just grab the link here. And if you go to a tab and paste that link, so now you don't have to use a Google Drive link. You can just use that because people can download this from this link. quite a high resolution image, so that's why. But they would basically just right click on you and save the image. Yeah. And if it was a video, same thing. They would go save as, and so this is the way you can share media if you want. Even Word documents, PDFs, doesn't matter. So that's an option. You know, we could sort of say to you, you know, for 27 a month, we can give you 3 different things in high level, and then you only use high level for that. In fact, you won't even see the other stuff because we can, from agency, so if I go here and through to my agency, these are my customers. If I go to agency view, I can tick, tick, tick exactly what you have access to, which means you won't be overwhelmed. You'll just see the 3 things that you want to use and you go in and you use them, right? But this I found very helpful. So I post here, and then once I've posted here, you've also got, let's just take Google off, because that creates different functions. But you can see here, you can, so if I go to feed, you can see how many, and there's your follow-up comment. So you know how links, you know how they don't like links in captions. So this is where you're going to put your link, and it also starts with it starts off the conversation, right?
Yep.
But now let me show you the ones that you'll really get excited about. So this one here. So once I've posted and go high level, and I've actually formatted it because I can put invisible spaces in between to make it's invisible space. I actually tell Claude to do that for me. So Claude actually puts the invisible spaces in for me, and when I copy it, it goes straight into here, and then I edit here, right? So that I can maintain format. So once I've posted on high level, I come here, I copy and paste into here, and you can do one of these type posts, and it allows a lot more characters that, you know, like when you try doing on your phone. This can do 4 times the amount of characters. I don't know why, but it can. And then of course you can use AI generated. So, you know, you can go here, use a prompt, and ask it to create the prompt. And it'll actually put the text here, and then it will, whatever, if I've chosen, say, that background, it'll put it on a purple background. Yeah.
Okay.
And once again, you can post that to as many groups as you like. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm confused. So there's posting from Go High Level, but then there's this Genius scheduler that is a different thing.
It's only for groups and personal profile.
Okay, perfect.
Because high level cannot do that. Most, I don't know any of them that can do personal profile. I only know this one. And then you can have categories, you know, so you can actually save your different post types over here. And when you want to go and grab it, you can say say it's a value post, then go and choose. Now this is a demo account, so I haven't, not my actual, a lot of my actual data is in here, but it's all right. You can actually, when you're scrolling through Facebook, if you see a post that you like, I'll give you an example. You can actually copy it, and then use it and then edit it. You know what I mean? So sometimes you might see someone say something and you go, shit, that's exactly how I want to say it, but I want to say it a little differently. You can actually go here, and you see how it says Genius Connector? You can actually go here, and this here will copy the, you see there where it says Genius Scheduler? I don't know why it's in black, but it says that Genius Scheduler Save Post. You can actually save the posts to whatever you like.
Brilliant.
And it'll put it into, this saves a lot of time, you know, offer masterclass workshop. These ones are ones you set up on your own. These ones here are preset. Yeah.
Okay.
So I won't do that now, but I'll just show you how easy it is. So you basically go select all. So that's my personal profile. So it won't post to that. That's my my business page. But that's a group. These are all groups. Yeah.
Excuse me.
And so you're basically just going to go, whatever, it's an engagement post, and what is the main aim? I want it to be a masterclass. When do you want this to post? I want it to post tomorrow. What time? You tell it what time. You just type into here, and you can change this to AM or PM, whatever you want. You obviously, if I put user generated, I'm just going to put post contents here, and then I go down here, and then I toggle. So that's your first comment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just copy and paste from high level and I put it in here, whatever that was there. So you just paste it in there. And then you can also have repeat posts. So say for instance, you usually do on your personal profile, follow Monday thread, or I don't know, you know, those kinds of posts. What's your biggest win this week?
Okay.
Do you know those kind of engagement
Yes.
type ones? So you can actually go there and repeat that on particular days.
Okay.
So that you're not having to do it manually. You just know every Monday it's going to post. Every Tuesday
Right.
it's going to post. And you can see your scheduler here, right? So that's the scheduler. If you look at the calendar, so the calendar will show you quite quickly what you've got
Oh,
going on. Yeah.
beautiful.
And you can jump into the individual post if you want. Yeah. And if I look at posts scheduled, let's have a look. So this will just show you these are all the posts that I've scheduled over this last week. You can also clone, right? So you can clone it and change the time and date. You can even go in here and say, actually, I've already posted to these guys. Now I only post it to those guys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It might be a group in the UK, and when you posted earlier, it wasn't really a good time for that group. So you have them in
Right.
different, yeah. So you'll generally know. Try not to have like, 100 because it's so hard to imagine. You pick your top 20 or something like that, top 30.
Right.
But it's unlimited, right? There's no limit in terms of what you can do. And then once you've got that, um, you just go clone, and it'll repost it. So you'll see there's the clone. And if I don't
Mm-hmm.
delete it now, it'll start posting.
Right.
So
Right.
I'll delete it. But the history's here. So you can also go back, say, you can go back to say this date. Oh, that one is pretty popular. Let me repost that. You just clone it. Oh, I want to have a quick look. All right. Now you see this formatting? Don't worry, it doesn't look like that. It just for this view, it bunches everything up, but it doesn't post that way. If you look, I'll show you.
Okay.
Oh, there must have been a story. Must have been a story. What's going on?
And so do you have to have Go High Level Scheduler and this one, or can you just do one or the other?
If you only post to personal profile and groups, then you only need this
Yeah.
one. If you post to business
Okay.
pages, then you need high
Okay.
level.
I
Oh,
haven't found that business pages really do anything anymore. I feel like
no,
it
it
hides them.
it's kind of like I suppose it's like back in 2020 when it was you had to have a website for credibility. And I think, I really think you should, to show that you're serious about business.
Sure.
But it's kind of people expect you to have a page, but you're not going to benefit from the page. You know what I mean? But people go
Right,
look.
right, right.
It's one of the things
Like
that
it's,
tick off. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, okay, this is someone that's serious about doing business.
yeah, I
So
agree. That's true.
yeah. So if you look here, post content, you see the spacing.
Yes.
So it's all
You do
spaced
that
out
with
nicely.
Claude AI?
This one's using Claude, and then I come here and I edit it.
Okay.
So um,
Okay.
but I could have gone here and done the prompt. I could have, right? So all we do is we delete all this. We add the prompt here. We go create content, and we choose which block we like, and then it'll automatically put it in here for us and replace this text. Yeah, the text is already here. So you can go and delete all this. And then your AR text. And you can say sort of, the length you want it, the temperature, all the various things. But this needs your ChatGPT API, right?
What is the temperature? What does that mean?
Temperature's like flash sale would be hot.
Okay.
Telling your personal story will be, I don't know, warm. It's that
Okay.
just
Okay.
just AI talk.
Interesting. Okay.
But you can put it in here, and you can also bold, italic, and cross out. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Okay.
so if I bold on here, you can see it's bold, italic, and and you copy this, it'll copy exactly like this to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, doesn't matter, all of them.
I've
So
used the text formatting before, but I've had problems with having the white space formatting is what's really given me fit. So this would be a cool thing for that.
you just tell Claude to include invisible spaces.
Okay.
And if Claude doesn't understand, then my Claude understands, then just I'll put this, you see this here? If you copy that, that's an indivisible space, right?
Okay.
I'll put that in the chat. Just click on it, and then yeah, so I often have that open, but I've discovered that Claude, ChatGPT will do it as well, but Claude is more, Claude actually spaces it out really nice.
Okay. I like Claude a lot. I haven't played with Chat GPT in over a year.
Okay, yeah. So I enjoy it. Sometimes if I'm not happy with Claude, I'll open Gemini, I'll open ChatGPT, I'll open a few, and I just put my prompt across, and then I read and I go, oh, actually, that one's better.
Right.
So that's the kind of thing I do with that. But that's how that one works, right? So any groups, including your own groups, other people's groups, and your personal profile, including the first comment, and you can also repeat posts frequencies, and it has the first comment. So you see there's a comment, and
Brilliant.
that's where you put your links, and you wouldn't have any problems. And the next one, this one actually sends a message to other group members. Sorry, always bloody chat is always so busy. So with this one, you're going to go to any group that you're a member of, right? Do you know this group?
I don't, but it looks
Okay.
like something I should be a part of.
If you're interested in collaborating, interested in talking on other people's podcasts, if you're interested in being a guest speaker, or you're interested the other way around, you want guest speakers and you want people on your podcast, this is the group. It's about $15 a month. And you also get what they call Promote Me. So Promote Me is, it wasn't part of the presentation, but I will find it. I think it's cool to work with Vanessa. Yeah. So they put this out into their email list, and people fill it out. And so this is just recently. All these people tell me what they've been doing. They give me their contact details, and they say, yes, I want to be interviewed, or I want to get interviewed, refer her, collaborate, expand my network. So this is quite cool. This is something that'll be made available for you, and it's $5 a month. So, and they are very active. It's a very active group. It's not a massive group, but it's very active, very engaged. There's
Okay.
always a lot.
Very cool.
There's always a lot of comments. And you can post in that group two different formats, get or give. So get is if you want something, and then give is you're inviting people to do something with you. And I've met some really good people. But you see how much information they give me. I wouldn't
Yeah.
normally get that just from their profile. So
Can you
that's
put the link to that? Because I just did a search on Facebook and I'm not seeing that specific group.
okie dokie. 1 second. Where was I? There. No, yeah.
Do you ever have to close your browser just to clear your brain?
To what?
When I have a bunch of tabs open, sometimes I just have to close the whole browser so that my brain feels better and just start over.
No, I'm used to it, Heather. I'm used to it. But there's a link. So you can go to that group, but there's a link link to join. So I'll get that
Sure.
for you and I'll share it with you. It's basically inviting you to be a paid member. But I think you can be a free member. I'm not sure. But like at the moment, about 6 weeks ago, it was brand new, right? So now it's growing steadily and people are starting to invite other people in. But here's the cool part, right? So it's another Chrome extension from the same family, and it's called, not that one, this one. It's called Connector. Now you see with Connector, sorry, lost it. Can you see how you can say the positive keywords? Yeah. So these are keywords. You can add as many as you like, and these are negative key. So these are
Nice.
people that are either in areas that I'm not interested in, or they do things that I already offer, right?
Right.
And so I'm saying the lookup interval is 3 minutes, and I want infinite. You can go limited, and you put your how many requests. Say you want to do 50 a day, you put 50 there, right?
Oh,
Infinite
with
is
friend
just
requests, people, connection requests.
friend requests, and then it sends a message.
Oh.
So you see, you can customize the messages. See,
What's the name of this magic?
this is called Genius Connector.
And you
show.
offer this?
Sorry,
And you offer this? This is through you?
I
This is
can't.
through your agency, or this is just a Chrome thing?
Oh, I'm a reseller. I don't make a whole bunch of money out of it, but I recommend it to people. So
Okay, well, I'll do your links then when I check it out.
okay, cool. It's all on one document. I've made it really easy for you. Don't worry.
Perfect.
Most of what I'm saying, I've made sure that there's resource in my presentation. And because it's just you, I'm not going to bother going through the presentation. I'll show you different pieces. But this you can do yourself, right? And all you're going to do in the beginning, you're going to go in and you're going to create segments. Yeah. So, so a segment is what you need for a group, because a group can have a bunch of segments. Yeah. So you'll go in and you'll go add, give it a title, whatever, could be follow-up or whatever you want. You're going to type your message here, and then you can first name it as well. So you're going to go hi first name, and then you can add it and then save the segment. Now, you only have to do this once. And then you go to groups, we go add, I'll just call this one follow again, and I'm going to go insert. I'm going to find that, you see that segment that I just did? Add it there and save it. Now, when
And
you've
does
made,
this create a CRM that you can access?
not this one, the next one.
Okay.
I'll show you the next one. They all serve a slightly different purpose. So,
Because that's the bane of my existence. I love to engage with people, but updating a CRM and figuring out like setting when I'm supposed to follow up with them again, it makes me want to do violence to myself.
and so what you're gonna do is, so you see how I created that one called follow? You see there it is there. So I could just select it and it would run. But for this particular group, I've got one that mentions the group name, right? It says, hi, we're both part of the group. We're really cool to connect. And now I'm going to run that one. Now you see what it's doing? It's running by itself. Okay. It's matching my criteria. And it's adding the friend. As soon as it's added the friend, it's going to send a message.
Nice.
Yeah. And it'll just keep going unless you put a limit. Yeah. And you can I could, for instance, go like this. I could create a duplicate of that tab. I can go and find me another group. Say this one here. Do you know this one? This is Amber. You know this one?
They all run together, honestly.
But I can go here, right? And I can run, I try not to do more than 3. And then here's one specific for Amy's group. And I run, so it's very individualized, yeah? And it's going to hi first name them. It's going to grab their first name from their profile. So that's really cool. And then here is the CRM one, yeah? So this is where you go, I'm going to show you my messenger. Then
And did they connect? Do they work together?
it works seamlessly with Go High Level. I don't know.
Oh,
But you don't need the high level to have different. You see how I can label them? This
yeah.
is from this Chrome extension. No, you don't need Go High Level, right?
Okay.
So you can. Let me just show you how you do a broadcast. Like it can do a bunch more things, but this is what I use it mostly for, is for broadcast messages.
Yeah.
So this is
In the DMs?
mining your existing, come on. This is mining your existing friends and followers. Yeah. So it means you can go and label, say, if someone's a friend, you're not going to send them a marketing message, right? So you label them friend,
Right.
then you know to never send them. But the reason why we do all this, so once again, you see how it's got message segments and message groups, same as what I just showed you, no different. Very similar setup. You put a title, you insert message segments. So for the groups, if you've created a segment, whatever the segment is, you put it in there, you go add block and save message, and it's done. Yeah.
And this is in the DMs, not in an email.
This is in the DMs. Yes.
Okay. So I know that, and I mean, I'm probably just way behind the times, but I know that like a few years ago, if you sent too many DMs in a day, that they would kick you out of Messenger.
I can send about 300 a day, no problem. I've never been restricted. So
Wow.
they've been designed to be sneaky.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So this is what I use it most for. Heather, I do broadcast messages. So at the moment, about a week and a half ago, I deleted 1,000 friend requests because they were just sitting there and
Right.
hadn't been unanswered. And I know that it counts against your engagement and things like that. But what you
Okay.
can do, so for all those people, right? I mean,
Mhm.
they unlabeled. I don't, because in a week and a half, I've got nearly 500 new requests. It's like, now can you see what's happening? My Genius connector is controlling this page. So when you do this, you have to be prepared for a bit of, so I try to do this I allow Chrome extensions in the incognito window and I let it run there.
Okay.
But sometimes it's going to do this. It's going to do this. And you'll see pretty soon, you'll see a post pop up. But you just click straight out of it. It's fine. Let's see, I'm back to where I was. And then I can go and choose a message, right? That particular message that I wanted to send.
Mhm.
Let's choose one that would work, and I'll just cancel it. But so I usually go 150, and then
So to
once
150 of these people who have not answered your friend requests. Is that right?
no, these are people that are already in my friends and followers.
Oh, perfect.
I'm sending them a message, right? I'm
And is
saying,
this only
hi,
on Facebook? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to like make sure I'm understanding.
just
Is
Facebook.
this
And it
okay?
allows you to label and color code everyone in your messenger directly in Messenger.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So you can, so unlabeled, that means they're new. I haven't labeled them yet because, well, I don't know what they're all about yet. Once they reply, and then I can start labeling them, right?
Mhm.
And then I can then go in here and I can say contacted. Then when I
Mhm.
wake up in the morning, I've got all these contacted, and then I can go up here and I can go that I please choose contacted, right? And I can follow them up. I can then go here and I can choose a follow-up. Sorry, I can choose a
To the
follow-up.
whole list or just to people who replied?
Just the people where where it was successful and the label was changed. So
Oh, okay, okay.
sometimes you know how Facebook with connector, sometimes with with this one, these people are in your friends and followers already, but you don't have to
Yes.
worry about the friend requesting. The
Okay.
connector, they are not necessarily in your they are so connector's new, this is existing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So including people that have just recently followed you, like you wouldn't know what they do yet, you know. I don't check. But anyway, you can go in here and you can then send a follow-up message. Once you've sent a follow-up message, you can then, okay, now I want to get them into a consultation. And then you can send a specific message. It's just helpful when I wake up in the morning and I go here, I can see what's going on. You see all these
Yes.
unlabeled? So I ran it just for a short period earlier to change the labels consultation. So you can see you see how it's changed these labels?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a client, I'll make it a client. If it's a friend,
Sure.
if it's someone I don't want to send a message to, I'll make sure. But you can change the label right here, right? So I can, for
Okay.
instance, make that one closed. So I can change it there and I can change it up here. So you can, I don't know what happened there. Oh, I clicked into a profile. But yeah, so when you're in your messenger, this only works on desktop. I mean, can you imagine trying to do this on your phone?
Oh God, no. I would only want to do it on desktop.
Yeah. So that's the idea, is that you don't even need a CRM. If you have Go High Level, it just happens to integrate into Go High Level's opportunities and pipeline. And then you could
And
put,
I see you have a hustler in your DMs.
what's that?
Vanessa, can I borrow $100 if you can lend it to me? I will pay you back next week.
I don't even know who that is.
I know. That's why you said I said you have a hustler in your DMs.
I said to her, I don't understand you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the other one. And then the other one that you wouldn't use too much. And then once you go broadcast, you just leave it and it runs. But it will keep jumping windows. It keeps jumping windows. So this particular one, you don't want to run when you're on a Zoom call. Yeah? When you're on a
Okay.
Zoom call, just go in here and pause it. See, I can
Okay.
ask it to start, and within 2 minutes, it'll start again. But say you're going to have a Zoom call, just pause it.
Okay.
Can only run one at a time. And it's quite logical. You can see, okay, I sent to unlabel. I changed the label to Masterclass. All right, so
Mhm.
Masterclass is what I've got to follow up today. Consultation, I must follow up today. Contact, I follow up today. That's the label that I chose there, that label there, you know, in that column there. And each one has its own particular message that you want to use. So when you go create broadcast, you can choose whichever message you like. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, whatever promo you're running, if it's just a connection one, you can just have, you know, hi, I've got I say I've got over 6,000 friends and followers. Most of you I hardly speak to. So, you know, I'd love to connect and have a chat and learn a bit more about you. If you've got a business, blah, blah, blah. And I get about 70% conversion of people that will talk back to me.
Okay.
And if you need some examples, outreach messages, I've got a whole file I can give you. But yeah, this tool's amazing. And then the only other one that I use, now this is one you're not going to use every day, and mine's busy unfriending. But this one here, you see it's unfriending. So this one will go
Okay.
and look through your friends and followers, and it'll calculate the engagement. It'll also identify inactive accounts and unengaged. So you'll often end up with a lot of VAs and things who create profiles for projects and then they just leave them.
Yeah.
And so you want to get rid of those and make space for, because you can only have
Yes.
5,000 friends, but you can have unlimited followers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so, so those are the tools. There are others. And I have put a link to the DreamStack, so that you will have access to this document. It's got screenshots for everything, so you'll know what. There's a screenshot. There's a screenshot. There's a screenshot. It goes through all of them. Click here to. So I'm doing 97 for 3. Pick any 3 and you can get it for 97. No contracts, nothing like that. This is where you'll go to install it. And all I need is your email, and the default password is 123456. So these are all of the different tools here. Yeah.
Wow.
So I can make any of them available, but those 4 that I've highlighted, those are the ones that I recommend that you use. This one here, you won't use that often. These 3 here, I use every day, every
Right.
single day. So groups and personal profile. This one here, other people's groups. Yeah. This one here, your friends and followers. This one
Mhm.
here, obviously, your whole friends and followers, it will actually scan. And at the moment, I've chosen a bunch that are inactive to unfriend. It goes and unfriends them one by one. Because it's one thing to delete, it's different to unfriend. Yeah.
Right.
So the nice thing is it actually goes and unfriends instead of just delete from a list. So
Okay.
so that's quite cool. I'll just hop into another window
Does
here.
your agency set all this up for people? Because you've done a great job of pointing out how to use all this, and my head is spinning.
Ed will, and here's what I recommend. I recommend you use one tool at a time.
Yeah.
And you watch the demo video or book in a
Mhm.
session with me, and I can take you through tool by tool. We can share
Okay.
screens, and you can show me your screen and I can show you what to do. No problems. I don't mind doing that. So as I said, for you, maybe we can do a cherry pick, go high level, where I get rid of a whole lot of the stuff on the side here and it won't be overwhelming for you. Um,
Mhm.
because if you've got these connected and high level, yeah, then all your DMs will come in here. And the nice thing with it is I'm not using SMS at the moment. So this is a demo account, okay? So not all my stuff's going to be here. But the nice thing is if someone sends you a message or you sent them an email, it often can pull the email address from the profile, and I can just go here and say, hey, I saw you, blah, blah, blah. You did this, and, how are you, and blah, blah, blah. You can actually send them an email straight from here. And
Okay.
if you have your SMS connected, you can send them a message on WhatsApp. It'll come up on the left here. You see it says email there, and it says internal comment. That's coming from our team. So that's a client. Let's have a look. Yes.
So with Go High Level, I can post on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn and Google. With the
You,
Genius stuff, it is all Facebook. Is that correct?
all
But you can
Facebook
do
group
groups.
and personal profile. Any
Right,
group.
right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any group.
That's very valuable.
Yeah, so like I mean, did you try use this for your groups and that? Did you try use the group function?
Uh, Gosh, when was the last time I messed with Go High Level? I think it was at least a year and a half ago. And
Okay.
so I don't know what they had then and what they didn't. I just know, like, I'm fine with paying people to help me. But, for instance, with the new Zenler, there was an update that I wanted to make on my landing page. And I didn't want to bother my landing page person because it was something like just so small, and she's in a typhoon right now. I could go in and figure that out, but on Go High Level, it makes me want to just cry big girl tears.
So I offer it done for you and a done with you. So it depends on like if you what you want to learn, but um it does have the ability to create courses and stuff. So these are just little short courses that I created. I'm not a big course person, so I'm more a sort of hands-on demo person. And then you've also got communities, which is it's basically like school. But the nice thing about it is that every time you post, it sends everybody an email and says, "Hey, there's a
Oh,
post." And you can
interesting.
also tag. So you can tag. If someone's part of the group, you can tag. Um, and you can make them free or paid. You can make free or paid groups. And
Mhm.
it's very much like school, except the only difference is and it's actually, I think it's better that they can't browse other groups. Like they can only focus just on your group, just on your post. Or
Right. And that's
your
something that I've been told that the new Zenler does have that group function, but it's horrible. It's what I've been told by somebody else. So that is something that might tempt me eventually.
You know what might be very useful for you, Heather, is for me to give you access to one of my demo accounts and go in there and have a play and just make up your mind, right, that's it. High level is not for me. I'm not having it. But
I know I'm not having it. I'm like, I'm so turned off by it at this point that I'm not having it. But cherry picking a couple things,
yeah, that's what
um,
I thought. That I think that could suit you. You know,
with the
I haven't.
scheduling, yeah,
Yeah.
scheduling all these other things,
What about calendar?
because
Where do you
the
what do you use for calendar?
Tiny Cow,
Okay, because you know it's built in here. Hey, calendar's built in here. So you can
yeah,
have my biggest client's got 56 staff and all of them in one calendar. So they can actually see what everyone's up to all of the time. Um,
yeah,
so sometimes these posts will fail for whatever reason. But it's you just clone it and just post it again. And normally it's fine. Doesn't fail very often, but sometimes it does.
sure.
Um,
Well, and I appreciate the transparency.
Post now, schedule post, send for approval, recurring posts. So yeah, I mean, I could make just this available for you. And like I said to you, you can post to Google Business Profile, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest,
Pinterest, I think I
and
saw.
YouTube. All
Okay.
of them, pretty much.
That could make my life a lot easier.
Yeah, but I promise you, I go in and then I just duplicate everything onto the scheduler for the groups and personal profile, and then I've covered everything in like 10 minutes. But
Right, right, right.
I'll show you here.
Yes,
So you can create a new group, and what that is, it's a new group of social media accounts. So
sure.
Google Business Profile, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, personal profile, business page, TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube. So I haven't connected my YouTube, but
Sure.
you can do all of that. If you choose the Google Business Profile, it will have different settings that
Ah,
match. And now
I
you
haven't
can,
even played with my Google business profile.
so this is a new thing. You can now you can post your photos as a PDF, um, PDF file. So we would put the link there. Yeah, that's new.
Okay.
I haven't used this,
Is
but
that to like instantly give people access to a freebie or something?
yeah, I'll get back to you on there. I'm not sure, but you know that you can do reels on Instagram now. Yeah, not Instagram,
No.
LinkedIn.
Really?
Yes.
It's a separate feature, or I know you can post them as a post.
No, no, you can go here. Okay, so let me get rid of uh, Google because Google can't do it. But if I go down here, hang on, let me just select my group. You see how you can do a reel?
Yep,
It'll post to all of them. It
that's
doesn't look like
amazing.
it's going to post to, it will, if you unselect it. What? Facebook Reels. Oh, I don't have a video file. That's the
Ah,
problem. Yeah. So it'll post across all of those in one hit.
but posting to reels and stories, that would make my life easier. It took me the other day
Stories, see stories here, but story just gets
30
rid of the.
minutes to upload a story video group. It was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and you see this goes directly to your media library. So you can put all your social media stuff in here.
Mhm,
You can use this whole thing just for your social media. You
mhm.
see, you can see this is all my social media stuff mainly. And then other stuff is for sales pages. So there might be this is all for sales pages. Here, see these? That's all for sales
Yep,
pages. But that's that, and it's unlimited. There's no limit to this. The same with social media, it's unlimited. There's no tiers. Um, but I mean, essentially, if you're building a funnel, um, you're gonna create a form, right? Forms.
Yeah, I'm creating, like, you're talking about landing pages.
But do you create the form separately? Because every form is the form is the trigger, right? So every
Oh, okay.
yeah, so you have to. So for instance, and that's why I like high level, because everything's clonable. So once you've
Mhm.
created it once from a template or from scratch, you just clone it. And then you rename it. So I can go here, rename. It'll then open it and I can edit it. And then that's the one I put on my sales page. And when you drag form, it'll give you a drop-down list to find this particular form. So that's where you're going to start, right? You're going to start with, so there it is there, and that's in draft. And this could be for a specific lead magnet or whatever you want it. Where am I now? I've jumped off forms. Hang on.
Oh, when you're saying form, it's like the steps of the funnel.
No, the actual form they fill out.
Oh, okay, okay. The submission form where you're capturing their email and their name.
Yeah.
Okay,
And you can have capture or whatever you want, and you can customize the button. You can change the color of the button, get this now or secure your spot now. So this here is all customizable. I can go in here.
okay,
I can change it here. And I can also then drag things across, and I can make things mandatory
optional.
or optional. Yeah. I find that if you do SMS marketing, you in the US, I often add some text going US only or something like that. But you see all these different things on the side here. You just drag them in. So
Yeah.
if I wanted phone, I'd drag phone in like that. Um, and you can go see on the right here, you can go required. And
Hmm.
sometimes you can just hide that field for a particular thing.
Okay.
And then you can you can have this little disclaimer here. You can put your privacy policy, your terms of, and it just means that you create once and then you just clone and
Right.
you call it something else. You save it and then you see this has been happening all morning. I have no idea it constantly wants to log me into Google. It's driving me nuts. It's like someone
Oh,
it's like someone else is controlling my computer. I've got a clone at the moment, and someone tried to hack my Gmail. So
ooh.
I've got a clone on Facebook. But I mean, essentially, you're going to create a form, you're going to create a landing page, you're going to create a confirmation page, and they will have steps.
Mhm.
And you can have upsells in between. I'll show you one of mine just to give you an example. I think got good templates on their platform. I'd love to have a look around it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's so much more user friendly than something like Go High Level for newbies, for people who aren't super techy. Like as you're doing this, it looks really simple because you know what you're doing and you could do this in your sleep. You're so used to it. But for somebody like me to sit down and try to, oh my gosh. So Zendler does not have that great of a templates. That's why I have a funnel builder that's making my funnel for me.
Honestly, people need 1 or 2 sessions with me and they've got it. Once it clicks, it clicks. So here you can see that.
Somebody did like 5 hour long sessions with me and I still threw up my hands. It's just I'm very intelligent, but this is my zone of idiocy.
Okay. So so you can import as well. So say for instance, I wanted to import funnel in here. I could go new funnel, and if I could actually put um I can actually put so once you create the funnel from scratch, I'm just gonna go test. And you can also get templates. There's hundreds and hundreds of templates, and then there's those other templates that's extra that I showed you. Like I said, I might be able to play around with what you've got, and we might be able to adapt it. The guys I work with are clever, very smart. I believe that a funnel developer should do a funnel page. Um, so this should open. Come on, now my internet's doing it.
Yeah. Let me run to the restroom really quick. I will be right back.
Yeah, no
Oh,
problem.
let me just spill some water everywhere while I'm at it.
It's all good.
All right. I'll be back in less than 2 minutes.
No worries. This will hopefully load by then. Come on. There we go. That's not the right window. Come on. Automation. That's not happening for me. Obviously, these things being web-based, it's relies on the internet connection. There is a mobile app, but it's not, you know, the screen's not big enough for this kind of thing. It's mainly for your notifications, emails, text messages, DMs, things like that. You'll be able to see in the mobile app view, but when you want to create a funnel or sales page, then it's not ideal.
I'm back.
You're back. Cool. Well, that one didn't want to work, but anyway, you can just use the ClickFunnels URL or the Kajabi or the Kartra or any of those, and it will import the whole thing in. But this is just one funnel that was created for me recently, and this is around my program. So this is not. The program is a bit beginner for you, Heather. I imagine. Basically, the program's been designed for someone that's fairly new, recently established, hasn't really got a established offer or validated offer, and they want to shrink their learning into 90 days versus like 18 months. That's what the program's for. But as you can see here, everything is just super easy. You just drag the element across and you just fill it in. And this is direct access to your media library. Same library, so direct access to it. And the same thing, you know, if you have any videos in here, you can go through that as well. So this one you would have seen. I'll just show you another one.
Okay. Little kitty.
I'll show you one where we focus on a VSL. You see all these lead magnet templates? I'll give you access to that after.
Oh.
Right, so this is this one here. So you can see this one's got.
I have to feed a cat real quick. A cat sitting. Come here, kitty.
So you can see this one's got 4 steps. Yeah. So
well, I can't see feeding a cat. I'll be right back.
So
now I can see.
The idea is to use pop-up forms, right? So so how good are you on doing the automation side?
I mean, I can set up emails. I can do anything, but it will take me so long and I will want to harm myself is the problem.
Okay, I'll show you.
I'll
show you a few packages after, and and like I said, some of them are available or done with you, but I would recommend done for you on this occasion. So these are relatively simple. There's your contact tag. Boom, give it a tag. Lead magnet. Okay, I want to send an email, right? So you choose your action as, and then you can actually edit your emails right here, right? I can go in here and I can edit my email right here. And it may be that I want to change a link or I want to do something else, but it just means you don't have to recreate all this stuff.
right.
This is an older one, but you know, I don't recommend attachments unless you want to go into spam. But you can send test emails here, and you can test the entire workflow here. So you can go and choose a contact, put your name in or whatever, and you can go then and test this whole workflow. So it'll actually take you through the whole. I recommend you do that at least a day before.
Yeah.
Launch your funnel so that you see the mistakes first.
Yep.
Yeah. And then wait. And wait can be time delay, but it can be all these different things too, right? All these different conditions. this is what I recommend when you're just starting out. Just have a time delays, 2 days or whatever you think you want to do. And there's also advanced windows where it can be specific times, and you can have specific filters, days of the month. So it can get quite complex, but I do believe that it's not necessary unless you've got a massive business. You
Right.
don't need this whole map. And also, if something's wrong and you've got this massive map, it's a nightmare to troubleshoot.
I'm all about keeping things simple. I like having a small client list with premium pricing. I like having quality leads over quantity of leads. I don't make things complicated.
So this is what the kind of one that we recommend building, because it's not too overwhelming. It doesn't have this crazy long page, right? And you're gonna fill in the form. There's a VSL there, and it's gonna fill that form. And now they're gonna trigger an email, right? An email is gonna go to them. And this page here has the video, the VSL, and then it has all the info. But can you see in the bottom right hand, it's going to start playing the video.
Yes.
So
I remember you talked about that.
that's quite useful. So once again, we use a pop-up form, right? Because it means that they don't have to scroll the whole way to get to the form. They can hit any of the buttons and they'll get this. So no matter what stage they are in on your page, they once they're convinced, they can just go in and fill in their details here. And this just
Nice.
asks them a few little questions which you can have. Country is important because we have some funding that we can apply over here, and we also have some interest-free finance that we can do. So this is obviously the third step, and then the fourth step is, I'll just sort of fill this and I can delete this information. And then it'll give me the confirmation page. So there's the confirmation page, and it's talking about the programs. But you can have this as your lead magnet, as your core offer, signature offer, can be your virtual event, it can be whatever it is. Now, in this presentation here, Heather, to help you, I've created quite complex, covering each stage as I see best fit, or based on evidence of what's worked. So you'll see here that I've mentioned, this is where those genius tools come into play. They'll be part of this whole process here, right? So, and then I've mapped it out over here. That's sort of, what you would use for what. So this is good to go through in your own time. The offers,
Yes.
I'll just put this in full screen so you can see. Let me present this. So this is our launch essentials. Depending on where you're at, this is done for you. We can actually turn it around and much quicker, but we put that there because sometimes people take a long time to get us their logos and their bios and their headshots, and so we have to allow for that. So we create the lead magnets, and if it's a downloadable resource, we will create a professional ebook. You can then sell that ebook on our other platforms.
Okay.
We do.
So it's not a PDF. It's actually like a Kindle file.
It's a Canva file, and we'll provide it in high resolution PDF as well.
Wow.
But so that means you can go in and you can tweak things. Because sometimes it might be, what's the best advice in January 2024 for a certain thing, and what's the best advice in October? It might have changed. So you might want to just go and update it. So we've got your sales page, like I just showed you. We do a 3-part email sequence. We can do more. We can do 6 if we want, but it'll be the initial one, and then obviously a follow-up, and then another one sort of talking more about what you do in your business and that kind of thing. We do a lead capture setup, basic automation flow, and then we provide all support for everything. but 30 days email support. What that means is we will help you if you haven't warmed up your domain. We can do that for you as well. It depends.
Okay.
If, it depends
What
what you
is
want.
lead capture? I'm sorry, Vanessa.
Lead capture. So that's when your someone fills in a form. So they've opted
Yeah.
into one of your offers, and there'll be a tag. So the tag will tell them tell you how they got in.
Okay.
And then we create a flow from there. So what do we want to do from there? Do you want to call them? Do you want to send a DM? We'll create an automation there.
Okay.
So either an AI can call, an AI can message them, or it can be to a page, it books an appointment, whatever your next journey is,
Okay.
that's what we'll do there. So
Okay.
we not only want to send them the emails, we want to follow up with another action as well. So we're coming at two angles.
Okay.
And sometimes that might be using some of those tools. I can actually get one of my people onto those apps. They use a VPN and they can actually run that for you.
Which the apps, the Genius apps?
Yeah, so they can run it for you if you want. So you can run it on 5 different machines, but only one account, one
Okay.
Facebook account, yeah, per app, per login.
Okay.
So this one is a bit more advanced. This is now I've got this fleshed out as well, right? In other words, what does this all mean, right? In a document that you'll be able to click through.
Okay.
Professional sales page suite. So that's just a more advanced, more complex one. That's got more stages and obviously more testimonials, and maybe there's videos from testimonials and things that'll be in there. We'll do a 6-part email campaign, advanced lead generation system. That just means now we can actually reach out to your chosen network. So be it Facebook, be it LinkedIn, whatever it is, you let us know, and we will do it with one channel. The multi-step automation basically just means that we will pick 3 scenarios, and we'll have a different action for 3 different scenarios, right? So it won't just be that straight one. It'll be if they didn't fill the form, or if they clicked on this link, or whatever it is. But we
Right.
map that out. So this includes an hour session with you to actually map everything out. Multi-step automation, yeah. And we will also you can run Facebook ads from high level. So if you took high level just for 1 or 2, 3 things, ads, if you do ads, we'll obviously do A/B testing setup for you. And then you'll have a monthly performance report we send to you, where you can see what's working, what's not working. And then we'll have I think a 20-minute allow for 20-minute catch up just to look at the results, decide on the next steps. Okay, what's not working, what's working. We do that every month, just 20 minutes. And 60 days prior to support. That means you get direct access to me whenever you need to. Accelerator Pro, you'll know which one's going to fit you. Do you need a 12-part email sequence? But then again, if we've created a 3-part and you take those 3, you copy them, you put them into Claude and say, please create me 3 follow-ups, Claude will do that nicely for you.
Yeah. I can tell you, I don't need anything this fancy right now.
Yeah,
I'm happy to go through and and explain everything, but I also don't want you to waste your breath.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Right now.
So that's the Connecting Dots program. This is who it's for. Like I said, I don't think it's necessarily for you. This is some of the results my clients, some are done for you clients. This is what they've said. So everyone is, happy. No one's up not happy with me. So we deliver good quality work. This finance here obviously won't apply to you, Heather, but we happy to talk about payment plans. And you can do a 50, you can do a 50-50. So 50 to start, 50 once we've delivered the goods. And we'll give you 3 review rounds. So once we're ready with it, we'll give you 3 review rounds. So I've got a document where I ask you to attach your assets. I then create a folder for you, and then my funnel developer will work with that. We have a 60 minutes strategy session, and that's recorded. That's then given to my funnel developer, and you will have it. You'll have 2 to 4 people working on your project, depending on what package you choose. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I've got lead gen specialists. I've got designers, copywriters, and then I've got the funnel page developers, and I get them working on the project together. The other nice thing, so that it doesn't take up your time, I project manage the whole thing for you. So you don't have to do any of it, right? And
Nice.
and once you should be able to, I'm going to create a trial in that other one, and so because I want to see how I best can support you. I just want to see what the what's missing, so that I can say to you, right, well, why don't we do high level at half 50% off, and we'll give you these 4 things that your current platform can't do. And then when you want to post to social media, you just have that open, you have the other scheduler open, you have your information ready to go, images, and 10 minutes. You post to your business pages and your with using high level, to LinkedIn, to all those other ones, and then you use the scheduler for your personal profile and any groups.
Yeah.
So so those 3 are the ones that I use. So this presentation here, I'll make available to you.
Mhm.
These here talk about the tools. So the tools, little
Uh-huh.
screenshots. This one is more about, this is about take people through the full presentation. I like to look at your baseline. So where are you at, and what's missing, and what do we need to remove, and what do we need to add? If you know, we want to declutter everything that you do.
Mhm.
The fact that you don't, so we can create. Are you using custom GPTs in Claude?
Am I using what in Claude?
Custom GPTs.
Custom GPTs. No, I have not got that far. I've got a friend that is crazy with that stuff and it's amazing, but no, I have not done any of
Okay.
that.
All right. So
I'm
I
using
have,
projects, but not
it's
custom
in
prompt.
projects. Yes, exactly. Okay. So I've got a few of those can make available to you. But through this entire process, this presentation, these these all got links. See, everything's got a link.
Mhm, mhm.
So you'll be able to go through this presentation, and you'll be able to get all the information that you need, including those other assets that I spoke to you about. So this document,
Mhm.
this one here is one that we'll go through, not that one, this one. We'll go through in our 60-minute session. So the 60-minute session is you come with what you have, we see what's missing, we work out which package is going to be best for you, and we then go ahead, we go and I might use some of these templates if they are compatible with what you have. So
Okay. Is the one-to-one session, is that the VIP thing that I added? I'm confused.
Yeah, so for VIP, you're going to get access to a bunch of freebies. So
Okay.
it's going to come to you via email, and those that didn't get in that won't get it.
Okay.
So you'll see the email will come out. I'll send it out manually, and then if I had a whole group of you on here, I would have popped you into a workflow, and you could have gone through the workflow. And
Right.
because I have a lot of workflows and email series, and I've got a lot of support assets
Mhm.
for high level, huge amounts, because I've been working it
Oh,
for.
I for people that use it, I know they love it. I know the marketing coach I just finished up with, she loves it, but she really geeks out
Yeah,
to
no, look,
tech.
Heather, we don't want you to have anxiety or be overwhelmed or anything. So the whole point of what I do is to make your life
Simplify.
easier. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
not
I think
struggle the way I did. I mean, I've been in sales 33 years, right? Sales and marketing. And I'll stop sharing now. And I I've used every CRM known to man. HubSpot,
mhm.
FusionSpot, Salesforce, all of them. I've used custom ones. I've used Monday. I've used you name it. And there isn't a better one at the moment than high level,
Mhm.
for a billion reasons, for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
But like I said, let me investigate yours. There's not going to be no problem in supporting you with those packages, right? And then I might be able to, not I might be able to, I can definitely give you high level at a reduced rate.
Mhm.
No contract. So if you ever want to say, like, I don't want to use it anymore, then you just say, hey, Vanessa, give me 30 days and we'll take you off. Um,
Right.
I don't type people into contracts
I don't either. I hate it. It's
because
dumb.
life happens and things change.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, they
and
do.
sometimes even your
And I never want somebody to like be gritting their teeth paying me every month. Like, gross.
exactly. I'd rather you be I'd rather you be happy with me than unhappy with me. And if you want to go, by all means,
Go.
I always will try to
Absolutely.
find out your reasoning so that I can improve what I do. But
Yes.
but yeah, no, we don't tie you into contracts with anything. The only time we would, I suppose, is if we are providing you a service like SEO, where we know that 1 month is a waste of your time. You know, it's a long game. You need to do 4 to 6 months minimum to actually get a good result or return on investment. Then
Sure.
I will say, look, minimum 4 months, you know, and we'll review it 6 months or something like that. So that's something
Mhm.
we can do as well. But those are sort of the main packages, and then I've got my program for the beginners. It's kind of the connecting the dots program is for it's what I wish I had 4 years ago before I came
Right.
to this online business space.
Yeah.
But I've been self-employed over 12 years now.
Mhm.
Single
Good
mom,
for you.
single mom since 2006.
Wow.
Um, Immigrated here from Cape Town in 2002. My son was 7 months old, and he's 23 now. He
Wow.
shares a house with me, and I had my daughter here. She's 20. She lives about 20 minutes that way,
Mhm.
and she's studying and working part-time, and my son's doing an engineering apprenticeship. So,
Wow.
so yeah, you quite a are you don't have family that you have to be in one place for?
Um, my family situation is sadly very toxic and dysfunctional.